Hola, my name is Phoenix Garayúa-Tudryn, and I'm from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Growing up in central North Carolina in close proximity to three state-renowned universities exposed me early on to the wealth of sharing knowledge. When I reflect on these values, I am taken back to my times as a child on my abuelo's patio in Puerto Rico. Some of my favorite memories are when I was able to share café with my abuelo while he told me stories of his childhood in San Juan. To be honest, he is one of the strongest people that I have ever met. But if he taught me anything, it is that people are not defined by their struggles. See, he grew up in challenging situations where resources were not abundant, but he never complained. Instead, he focused on the bonds he built with family and the beauty of the lessons he learned on his own. As a child, I took these times for granted. On the surface level, I was just thankful to be sitting there with my abuelo. But as time passed, I began to reflect on what his stories meant to my experience growing up in the United States. First, I come from a long line of people who did not allow testing circumstances to define them. Second, I am defined by my family's sacrifices, whose challenges allow me to be in the position that I am in today. Lastly, being able to understand is to listen, especially when it comes to our elders. So when I combine these experiences with those of founding the first Black and Brown Student Coalition at my high school, it is easy to realize the importance of intergenerational conversations and cooperation. Like those conversations with my abuelo, I had a lot to learn about the environments around me. And like I said, to truly understand is to listen. And to be honest, in the beginning, this was hard. I was angry about the institutional barriers that many students of color face on a daily basis, and I wanted to make change immediately. There would be times where I would call out teachers at my school for upholding systems that harmed Black and Brown students without taking the care to realize their perspective on the issues. For a while, my actions alienated them from the movement that we as student leaders designed to be as a collective effort. As I gained more experience, I started to understand that as a coalition, we needed to be better about not only involving adults in our educational environment, but also valuing their role in instilling change. As we integrated more interactions between students and adults, our success increased tremendously. With that being said, I can now confidently say that justice work is impossible without an intergenerational and interracial approach. So I want to leave you with a few pointers. Students, be patient. I understand your senses of urgency, but make sure to take time to allow yourself to process your circumstances and build relationships designed to achieve your goals. Also, do not be afraid of resistance. There will be times where it seems like all anyone wants to do is tear down what you stand for. Stand tall and remember your why. Why do you get up in the morning? Why do you strive to change things that have been set in stone for decades? Remember these motivations and use them to secure yourself in times of turmoil. Do not forget, there are people who want to see your ambitions come true, who care about the work that you're doing. Continue on your path with confidence. Educators, believe in your students. Understand that they too want to positively impact your working environments. I understand your frustrations. I come from a family of educators that, like you, chose to dedicate their work to supporting underserved populations. I know that at times it feels impossible, that the system is just too big, and that the issues are just too far out of reach. Just as I mentioned before, remember your why. Remember who you fight for, and value that even if you only impact one person out of hundreds, you honor your calling. Gracias.